Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Against the Storm, Beyond the Stone, whatever the stone thing it is. I don't remember the name of the expansion. Look, it's been a minute, but we're back. I said we'd be back, and sometimes things do come back from the we're coming back place. So I said I would get us out to this rune. I have gotten us out to this rune. A bunch of games came out, the schedule got pretty weird, but I do intend to finish this. So we are right at the end of the blight cycle here. Just enough steel fragments to pull this off. I really did just barely make it on this one because I failed one of these in a silly way. But in any case, look at that. Look at that very natural, very natural routing. And here we go. In the interim, since the between this episode and last, they have released a major patch. Which contains some of the kinds of like stat breakdown screens that I was really hoping would be in the game. So I'm very excited about that. It's going to be much easier to tell who exactly is being affected by what bonuses and penalties. That rules. And also, they have made it so that the building footprints are no longer all rectangles, which I guess is kind of cool. So now if something looks like it isn't quite a rectangle, it probably won't be, and that makes it a lot easier to take advantage of building space while dotting in the little aesthetic items that you need for the hearth upgrades. So that ought to be interesting. I haven't actually gotten to play with those features implemented yet. This will be the first time on that. So let's get in here and at difficulty 15. Knock out this ruin. I should also say I have gotten us a couple of bonuses over the course of the approach, and I managed to stack up a lot of reserve embarkation points. So we're starting this with 20 extra vegetables, 10 extra planks, and 2 extra caravan members, and also we have 16 bonus embarkation points banked. So fingers crossed. I think there's at least a chance that we're going to get somewhere on this one. So let's see here. Lizard and fox is pretty bad overlaps, right? Well, they both have skewers. They both have boots. You know, that could be worse. That could be a lot worse. Obviously, lots of frogs is good. I do kind of like just a large number of frogs. And this has 2 bonus people on it, so it's still a lot of folks. You need to start with some extra stone, and yeah, I think this is the way we're going to do it. So we are for sure taking training gear delivery line, and then we have 12 points left. It's hard to know what farm designs we might want. You might notice also like some of the numbers here are different. I have, of course, leveled up a fair amount. Our skill tree is pretty built out at this point. I mean, I'm kind of wondering if I should just take another delivery line, honestly. Like, maybe we take a farm design. If we took a farm design and a delivery line and something, right? Like, the plant fiber farm is pretty strong. It doesn't necessarily help us make porridge, and like we're definitely, when you take a faction that starts with porridge, you are of course hoping for a porridge overlap, but grapes do help make wine. I feel like if we're taking the frogs, we should absolutely take the incense line as well. And fuck it, we'll do plantation. How about that as our starting setup here? We will do our level best. Whew, okay, prestige 15. It ain't easy. So we got to get 18 reputation and, of course, solve the seal. All right, let's do it. I'm a little rusty. I played a little bit not that long ago, but I'm hoping we're going to be okay here. So, additional effects. The most recent ones, just to keep things straight. Resolve threshold at which species start producing reputation goes up by 1 more point for every reputation point they generate, so it's a lot less feasible to get a large number of points from reputation, or at least it's a lot more difficult. Impatience falls by last for reputation points gained. Fewer cornerstone choices, fewer blueprint choices. Hearth corrupts real fast. Goods are worthless to traders. Ugh. It's nightmares. It's nightmares all around. And we are on a pretty rough set of overlaps. So what? Paste and Porridge are both strong. Boots are active for all 3 factions. So that's good. We just got to make sure we get a hold of some of that kind of stuff pretty early on. And of course, we got to chop our way into a couple of glades pretty fast. We have a ruin over here. It's a beanery, which is actually a very good building to find so early. Yeah, I think let's hack this way first. I'm pretty excited about that. So we're going to set up a woodcutter's camp over here. Also, they updated the animation for the for the little things coming down around the camp, which is cool. Sorry, you can tell I'm a little rusty here. These are the giant trees, right? These are the big ones that don't actually break down. So we want to make our ingress over here, I guess. Okay. Which means I should probably move this over slightly. Avoid glades except when marked. And I don't know, frogs, I guess. Okay. What else do we want to start gathering immediately? I kind of don't know if I want to start gathering anything immediately. I think I want to just like break through here. I mean, I guess we may as well start pulling reeds because we're gonna need the cloth. We know we're gonna need the cloth. Okay, and this is the biome where every felled tree adds permanent hostility points. So I do want to be a little bit cautious about just running a bunch of woodcutters camps, but I guess like it's not so bad if we temporarily put up a second woodcutters camp just to get through our early going here. I wish I could access large trees elsewhere. We can put this over here because I'm probably going to want to access this clearing as well because we know there's a safe geyser here. We'll just do this for the moment. We'll direct them into a large tree. Probably actually best for it to be like that. Yeah, and then they'll be ready to break into the second glade when we're ready. I don't know that I want to breach it before the first storm because obviously we have to be careful. We need to be careful about our overall happiness levels. This is frog for the moment. I think that makes sense. And then at the very least, we're going to want roads here, right? I don't know exactly where else I want to lay anything out. I think that's a good enough start. And I guess actually we can just like, for the moment, we can assign people to haulers to help get the necessary wood over there as soon as it's useful to do so. And we'll worry about housing in a moment. Okay. So we have a Harmony Spirit Altar. If calmed, each unique service building adds 2 global resolve, and this is 9 harmony decorations. I do like that one an awful lot. It is unfortunately not super easy to knock it out. It does require 15 amber. -5 global resolve if we don't hit it. That's a little scary. If we were to break this open, it wouldn't really be very helpful. Let's go ahead and get the plan down for the trading post. And we do have ourselves a nice big fertile ground field here. Where can I tuck this where it's actually going to be out of the way? I don't want I'm a little leery of putting it down over here because I don't want to interfere with where we're going to have to put the farm building, but I guess that's probably fine. I'm back and forth about this. I'm gonna tell these guys now to focus on the big trees. Sorry, I know I'm pausing a lot. Can you tell I have the jitters a little bit coming back to this after so long. We get a pretty good mine location up there. I'm excited about that. So we have incense income. Like if we just sit on this, we will get it. It's just it probably won't be fast enough to avoid taking a chaos hit, but we wouldn't necessarily need to endure it for all that long. All right, you guys are not marked anymore. Do want to avoid pulling extra trees if we don't have to. Okay, meat production increases. We do have a bunch of sources of meat. Yeah, we have enough charges of meat over here that I actually think that could be pretty good. Obviously, you'd prefer to be taking things that fuck up hostility. And silent looting is, like, fine on that front. I'm going to reroll. Silent looting is extremely okay. It's very whatever. I don't like either of these too much. Ooh, I am feeling like I should have just taken the first offer. Frequent patrols is, like, fine. I'm spending the last reroll. Okay, we're taking silent looting after all that. It's fine. I don't need those rerolls. They're a hindrance somehow. Okay, so obviously we're going to want to get some housing together. We're going to need at least one shelter for the foxes. Aha, note, the shelter has an extra space in it. We're going to need so many frog buildings. And we do now have a source of clay. This is 5 frog buildings. Jeez. Okay. And a harpy house, which should be completely trivial. Alright, that is the housing. We're going to definitely want to put up a stonecutter's camp over here. Get this running immediately. Where is the... Okay, the gap is right here. Yeah, it's a little awkward because we have to walk over some resources on the way, but whatever, we'll get it done. Alright. Oh, also, duh. Before we can put a lot of that stuff together, we are going to need a workstation. Which could go... here would be fine. First orders. 2 glade events and 5 packs of building materials for a lot of people and parts is actually very compelling. That said, this is very doable and it does give us early tools and better steel shovels and a crate of bricks. I kind of think we're on clearing glades. Like, I don't know, I'm of two minds. I definitely have traditionally focused really hard on grabbing people, and I do, you know, it's nice to have people to do work. Oh, I didn't look at our mysteries at all. But I am a little worried about how quickly it drives up hostility on this map type in particular. But you gotta have people to do work. Frog resolved to 22. Right now it's at 10, so with good housing they get to 16, favoring another 5. It's not impossible. A fish delivery line would be pretty welcome. deliver 5 tools is like... Deliver 5 tools is fine. I'd like to think we could hit Joyful Frogs. But I'd have to get... See, the thing is, we can only get to 21 points by actually increasing their values. And we're at hostility 0 right now, so I can't use a hostility reduction to get us the rest of the way. So we'd have to get one of their other needs met on top of everything else, which I'm uncertain how we would do. Which is not to say we can't do it. But I really don't know how I would do it. So where am I going to get 5 tools? We get tools as rewards from other things. I'm going to take this. We'll get tools as rewards from another good. Yeah, problem solver, sure. This is a level 1 geyser pump, and it gives 15 bricks. I mean, we're going to need a lot of bricks, but the fact that problem solver cascades into the other thing, I think means it's the call. So let's put this up at priority, finish it please, and then this can be, you know, higher. Higher than it is now. Alright, I'll just hack at those giant ones, try to get some stuff finished. Let's get our trader income right away. +1 global resolve for every 30 units of water used in rain engines during drizzle. Fog. Unhoused villagers move real slowly. That's a bummer. Woodcutters don't actually produce wood during the storm. Okay, we need to make sure everybody's housed again. That's not really that bad. Villagers have a 50% chance of consuming double food if we don't have complex food needs met. Overall, these are very gentle. These are really, really not too bad. We got that built about as fast as we could. Hopefully we will be seeing our first trader before the storm. We can try to figure out if we're going to be able to run this. 624. Is she going to get here before the first storm? There's definitely part of me that wants to rush her. But I also worry about the fact that I don't know that we currently have anything to sell to her. You know what? We started with some stone. I'm going to take our stone and break this open, I think. Well, I put a fox on this. Where the hell's my other fox? Yeah, I'm going to take a stone and I'm going to take some stone and break this open, and then we'll rush her and try to be able to afford something. They'll complete 1 glade event for both of these. If we get some packs of building materials going, we can feed the frog domiciles, and then that can help get us a loop going of those. We wouldn't need to be able to buy very much. Basic resources, building materials, raw food. Yeah, she doesn't usually have the good stuff, right? But at the very least, burning through her being here is of some value. And again, it's very rarely the reputation that is the stopping point for us, right? The reputation's not the hard part as far as completing the seal stuff goes, usually. Alright, so we don't currently have... You know what? We don't need haulers at this point. I think we're good on that. I do want to start making... Gosh, I need frogs for this stuff. We've built up a little bit of a lead on wood, I guess. Let me pull some frogs. Oh, also let me avoid glades except marked. That's pretty smart. Yeah, let me pull some frogs. Let's get 2 frogs on the stonecutter's camp and start cutting the stone. Okay, they're running things. Getting some of the houses built. Oh, those were not the big... well, I thought those were the big trees that we had marked there. Yeah, I'll commit you two to this. Focus on big trees, please. Okay, so we got a river kelpie. River kelpie's pretty lucky, I think, in this case, as they are very easy to deal with early on. So now I need to... The foxes have already finished this event. We need somebody to run the stuff back. We can put our foxes on here. Get this done as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, as quickly as possible is going to turn out to still be pretty fucking slowly. I'm gonna unequip from this for the moment to just have enough people to keep working. Oh, and probably make sure nobody eats the roots until all the roots are actually delivered. Oh, they have them in hand already. It turns out we're good. All right, they're working. Now, of course, this is going to lead to the hypnosis problem, right? The people are going to get drawn into that in an annoying way. But it is what it is. I was gonna... Yeah, I still think that's right to do. Let's get you in here quick. So we are gonna take a hit on this, but I still think it's worth the point of the half a point of impatience to get her in here, see if there's anything useful to buy from her, and then get her cycled back out. So we're going to have our glade events done. We're gonna get our tools from our glade events. So I'm not too worried about trying to purchase her tools here. We could buy some bricks, but mostly we're just cycling through her, so like a better trader can show up. Yeah, were I to buy anything here, I guess it would just be bricks. What do I feel like we can part with? We don't really need these grains. We don't need all these wildfire essences. We can probably sell 3 of them completely painlessly. And another 2, maybe even. If we sell another 2, we're probably not going to have enough to do event and another hearth. But getting a lot of bricks right away here and just getting our housing kind of complete, I think is really valuable. And then we brought in enough wood quickly enough that we can afford to do something like this. I think that's pretty good. We can probably bring on... It's probably okay to bring on the larger pull here, right? We're getting another harpy house. But we can probably make that work. We got enough gathering time on the reeds that we probably... Oh, I have to make sure we make sure we enable making things from reeds. But yeah, we can probably make that work. I will prioritize the fabric since we just pulled all the brick. Oh, but I do have to put down another frog house as well. And then honestly, we probably shouldn't build another frog house after that, because I bet we'll be able to survive entirely off of... I bet we'll be able to survive entirely off of expanding them with building materials. Oh, this is a really annoying time for you to be charmed. Do we have enough bricks? No. We're just a little short. The shelter, okay, the shelter did get built. So we have a couple of people in there. Plague of mosquitoes is production speed down. That's extremely whatever. Yeah, we're good for right now. We don't need any woodcutters because they're not really able to help with anything, so they can be put back onto this. We're still good on food, I think. We should be able to bounce anybody who's charmed. But I think we're gonna have some idle hands here at this point. I think this is a larger field in total. If we were to build a plantation over here, yeah, we can get everything included. Let's try to get that done real quick. And like I said, we're absolutely just really relying on our natural incense income to solve the other problem, which is a little awkward. When is that going to kick off? 4:44. So it'll be after the storm is over. Okay, that's not too bad. And then we'll get the impatience point won't go away, but this will when we calm the spirits. So I'm not too worried about it. How are you guys doing? 159. Okay. Let's go ahead and put a couple people to. Sure, whatever. Take some bricks. Okay, I think we're in pretty good shape coming out of the first winter. I think. Winter. You know, storm. You know what I mean. Storm. We're starting to run out of loose people, I think. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, so we're getting a lot of unfortunate charms at this point because there's just not anybody else left. But we can now, I think, commit to this. Like I said, they won't get it done in time, but they'll get it done. We won't have to worry about the thing for very long. Okay, and I'm gonna need somebody to fix up this old building. Let's take some more orders here. Yeesh, these are both brutal. Deliver 50 stormwater is, I mean, it's very doable. And Frog Clan support is nice. Harpy resolve to 18 is, so they're basically, 18's high because they're at 12 with their housing already and the coats. Packages of crops can probably be done, and the bonus will be nice. Yeah, all right. For every 10 completed trade routes, houses have one more person, plus 2 wood production. After each storm, all wood is removed. All stored wood is removed. You get 50 insects in return. How bad is all stored wood is removed? If we're putting more lumber together quickly after that, like the only reason this would really hurt is if we don't have anything else to burn in the fire. And even then, it doesn't hurt that much. We probably don't need urban planning. But I think I'm going to take it over no quality control because I think this might... Well, you know what? No, let's try it. Let's try it. We might be able to do some fun stuff with that. Okay, so let's... Well, hold on. It's not reassign any woodcutters. It's not time yet, apparently. We have a little bit of wood here. We're making planks. This needs a couple more bricks. Alright. We need our next group of survivors to come through is what we really need. Alright, we're just using the amber from the other event, obviously. Alright, housing is pretty solid for the moment. This is gonna pull in a third fox no matter how we do it. It's gotta be... As much as I like having extra hands to help out, it's gotta be the 4 parts, right? So that means that frogs are actually good. And actually, right now, we do have some housing for everybody. One of the harpies is just living in the shelter. Which is, like, I think probably fine. So... If we want to triangulate here, it looks like this is our rune, or our, yeah, this is our rune. So we should probably get that open. Unfortunately, it is a little bit awkward to cut into. If y'all could get rid of these, that would be ideal. And by y'all, sorry, I mean I mean 3 people. We do need people to do that. Okay, the farming is farming. We haven't spent any of our blueprint points yet. We haven't needed to. But it's probably time to start looking. Well, let's get this last glade open since we know we're going here real soon. And it's probably time to start thinking about that makeshift post. Well, hold on. I probably won't use it right away. Right, yeah, there's just nothing for y'all to do for the moment. Just be chill. As soon as that is chopped down, we can move this all the way in here. Get ourselves access to that, and then we'll figure things out from there. There's a nice big set of overgrown trees to work on this side. And for the moment, we have 5 people unassigned. I mean, for the moment, we can chop some more wood, right? We should definitely see it. We're at 19. I should definitely put down barrels right here. And we're going to remove this, right? I think it's probably okay in this case to just keep doing squares. We'll do those, and then we'll do a town board. That's cute. Just do some like overgrown fencing around the side of it. There's not like a corner for the overgrown fence, is there? No, not really. Well then, we'll also put up a lamp there in that corner. Okay, that's the stuff we need to get our hearth to tier 2. Alright, beanery will be online soon. We'll be able to start producing that superior food. And yeah, things are rolling. Kind of waiting on everything until we get this glade open. Well, I guess I don't need to wait on this or that. I think I will just build an extra shelter for the moment. May as well put up the extra harpy house. We have the materials. And then... oh, right. And then the makeshift post does... I was holding off until we do our blueprint run. That's right. Because we might get a building that does the thing more efficiently. Okay, so first of all, escaped convicts is a pretty good threat. We have a very easy arrest or persuade here. Persuade being -8's a little rough. Because I want to rush to this. It has the packs of building materials in it, which is actually like really, really good for us. But I am, of course, thinking ahead about some other things, right? First of all, about the amount of stuff, the amount of reputation we want to have generated from the Queen's Grace. Next plague is... okay, not too bad, really. It'll get us our first trade routes going, too. It takes 6 packs of building materials to get one house upgraded to the point where it is producing building materials. We don't necessarily have to make our own groups of building materials. If we pull 10 from that, which is interesting. We also got, so we have large root node. We got another farm. It's worth noting. Large meat node, and over here a large pond. All right, let's have a look at these initial blueprints. So first off, smelters obviously not very good for us. The cannery, we do not have a way of producing. I mean, we have a way of producing paste, but it sucks. And eventually we might like wine, maybe. I think cannery's not a bad one, though. Big fishing hut seems fine. Provisioner for our packs of provisions. We have crystallized dew production already. Yeah, I think provisioner makes sense. We don't need the farm. We do need a cobbler. And... so we don't need incense. We have some dye production. Jerky's fine. I think the tea, though, matters. Also, containers matter. Water skins can be a very nice way of getting some containers going. Okay, so let's do it like that. And then let's start talking about complex food needs. Also, you know, some crystallized dew would be nice eventually. So we need real income of like one of these things, as well as obviously water for our porridge. We are going to... this is... okay, this has some fish in it. We will get some fish here. Also, some sea marrow. It is probably worth going ahead and setting up the fishing hut. We still have a lot of parts. Actually, I guess given where we're probably going to want to put that road down, I guess this makes sense. Sorry, except right up against the pond. Because we probably build the path for this, like... why does that not... select path? Okay. Yeah, that seems fine. And then also... down here, through friendly stuff, whatever. Okay, that will be approximate pathing. So you get some people fishing. And then... What is the recipe for paste involve? It's... salt or dye. And meat will work. Meat will work. So we're going to have access to salt at some point. Probably not right this second. I think I am going to cut the second woodcutters. Let's assign somebody to haul just so that they'll haul the stuff back out of there. Because I think we're trying to set up more of our actual gathering now. It probably makes sense for us to be grabbing these roots, right? And this is an anybody task. Okay. You guys, I'm going to move to... Yeah, just a big copse of large trees here. Please don't actually go into this glade. Okay, we'll be gathering some sea marrow, so that'll be helpful. And yeah, we're definitely going to do a persuade on this, but I think we might try to wait until I see how resolve settles during the storm before I make the decision about like when exactly that's going on. Oh, also Jorg's here. I forgot Jorg was coming. Jorg, we're a little tight on stuff at the moment. I think we can probably afford to sell some amount of parts. Oh, you know what I need to do? I was also thinking is I need to turn off coat usage. We were doing an okay job pushing them up to blue for a little while, and then obviously we want them to do it during the storm, but I don't need them to be doing it right now. Okay. Oil's not a terrible idea. I don't think any of these like perks are interesting. What else might we buy at this moment? It would just be like improved foodstuffs, I think. The harpies are going to be the ones who are in the worst shape during the storm, but they have their coats, so hopefully they can get through on that, which means like the thing I'm most interested in buying is porridge until we have our own, you know, sort of advanced food income stuff set up. Just try to get that food need met. And to get there, we can certainly give you all the amber, probably all the copper ore we've collected so far. We're not going to be able to get all of it unless we trade them like a lot of parts or something, which I don't necessarily want to do. We could probably trade some of the parts because we have been aggressive with gathering them, and like part of the reason that it's good to be aggressive with gathering them is because they enable this kind of thing. Yeah, okay, I don't hate that. Remember, we're going to take apart our extra woodcutters camp at some point and stuff. Let's go ahead and do that, but don't eat it yet. We'll get production going. Alright, we're still kind of getting a lot of our infrastructure basics established here. Oh, my provisioner is actually like pretty important though before we even have other stuff going. I don't necessarily need it to be inside of the hearth zone. Okay, this is almost done. And remember, we're gonna see everybody gain some resolve when that event ends. Okay, then we'll just pick this up and move it over here somewhere. Honestly, there's no reason to hold on to a harvester's camp for the moment. We get back all the parts we use when break it apart. I think I'm gonna break. I think I'm gonna break both of these apart right now, just to get us a more honest count. Okay. So put that over there. And obviously, at this point, service buildings are a high priority for our blueprint polls. Yeah. Probably an okay time to enable this stuff. All right, does everybody have housing? No, we're still short. We're short housing. What's wrong? Missing a frog house, right? Because I didn't want to build another frog house. And the frogs won't stay in the empty space in the thing, right? And it does matter. It does matter a little bit. Well, I'm not going to get these in time, so you know what? Fuck it. One more frog house. We got the materials. Pretty important nobody be unhoused during the storm. Alright, Plague of Maladies, not a big deal. Not big on this thing. So obviously we can dance them a little bit, but oh, it'll help once they're actually eating their porridge too. None of the foxes have eaten porridge yet, but I think we are maybe gonna see some sad stuff happening here. I should have, like, we need boots up, but I don't. I believe I can't actually make boots, right? Well, we'll have scales income soon. Yeah, okay. We should get our cobbler live as well. The cobbler could go like over here. Oh, you know what I should also do? We can break these down now that we know where the thing is. We certainly don't need those. And the other thing I should do, the other thing I should not forget, is this. I forgot that this thing requires wildfire essences. That's a little awkward. Well, we should get it going. Yeah, we can dance this a little bit and try to avoid losing some of our again, get something, but we're gonna end up losing some people here. We definitely losing one person is gonna push us down a hostility level. Oh. Or also we're just gonna climb some extra happiness for some reason. Okay, we're getting a little bit low on food, so we don't need to press anything this turn. Getting a little bit low on food. We need to get our food gathering sharpened up a little bit, but we're working on farms now. We should probably be gathering meat. Get trappers camps going. Trappers camp going. That's not, I don't know what button I pressed there to make it suddenly jump back to the middle, but that's not what I wanted. I was just trying to demark this tree. So here's the thing. We're probably going to have to overlap the sadness time with the storm a little bit here just to make sure it gets done. But obviously I want to do it as little as possible. We certainly don't want to have the threats go off. And now that we're no longer really making use of the faster people, actually, we should probably, or the faster reinforcements, Because we have some reinforcements sitting and waiting. I should probably just put the foxes on. Put a fox firekeeper on. We do need to get more food income. There's no two ways about that. I know, but I'm trying to buy some time here. We don't want to wait too long. We don't want to let this get too close because they got to have time to run out there. But at least they don't have to have time to carry anything. I guess we'll have the harpies do this. And okay, go for it. I don't think we should have time to suffer any penalties from that right now. And then as soon as the storm ends, we can go ahead and grab our new people. And this. Open or send back 4 abandoned caches. Well, now that's interesting. Because more training gear delivery line is certainly compelling. How many caches do we have right now? One. This glade didn't have any. So we could rip open a couple of glades real fast and try to find some more. You can open them with training gear, and we should have more than enough training gear to break 4 open. So that shouldn't be a problem. I'm a little worried about like just going bonsai through a bunch of glades like that, but it would be really good if we could do it. 10:30 is not like so short. Pyromania is probably not happening. We do need to get our blight rot building up though this season. And this relies on us finding the market. I guess I'm gonna try it at least. And sure. Okay, also, we're not going to be doing the loyalty option on things very much here. So that's a little bit of a shame. But maybe I should still take frequent patrols over deep pockets. Amber is definitely devalued. Yeah. And then you... So, 1 frog is not going to require us to build a new building. 2 frogs requires another frog house, so it doesn't require more fox housing. I'm going to take this one. We got to build a harpy house here, but that's fine. There's a more elegant way to do this. We'll worry about it later. Okay, so... like I'm saying, we do need to get our blight post up. That's going to be an important thing. Where does it fit? We don't want it to be too far away from the main warehouse. Which is going to be like, we don't want it to be too far away from all the stuff where all the blight is going to appear. Yeah, all right. Let me move this over here, and then we'll just nestle it in right there. That seems fine. All right, if we're going to satisfy this thing that I just agreed to, we are going to have to get Boogie in on a couple of these. Break that open. Stop doing this. Start doing this. Okay. So we're gonna beat the timer on that. Fantastic. Once those people are join us, we're gonna have to refigure our housing situation, but that's, you know, that'll be when it will be. Okay, so there's this stuff we gotta figure out. We should be pretty okay at packs of provisions when we have enough food to eat. I'm gonna just put one person in there making packs of provisions and don't, you know, put us over like 15 or whatever. Probably more like this. Okay. But, you know, trade routes. We should have some. Alright, this will be great because this thing has a bunch of planks in it, which is going to be super helpful. There's no way we're going to get this done in time. Oh well. I don't think it's such a big deal. Like, I don't think we were too likely to accomplish the other orders that we took in its place either. Unless this thing has three caches in it, which is not impossible. I've seen it before. Well, 2. What do these 2 give us? They give us good stuff. The answer to that question is they give us good stuff. What is that? Gain 10 amber every time a villager dies or leaves. I feel like this existed before, but I don't think it had that art before. You know what, now that I'm looking at things, hold on a second. You don't need to do this. We don't need this right now. Wow, you built 9 in the time? Okay, Jesus Christ. It's an effective dude. This thing has to get dealt with pretty quickly, and while it's getting dealt with, it's draining food constantly. Wish I had more foxes. Alright, this is going to have to be replaced with a different hauler, or actually maybe we're not... I was going to say maybe we're not in a huge hurry on that at all, but I kind of feel like we're in a hurry on it. If I temporarily replace you with a harpy, just to help this shit get run, put 2 foxes on this to minimize the time. You guys go back to focusing on the big trees for the moment. How much time do we have left? 7:08. I kind of intentionally don't want to cut into any of the forbidden glades just yet. You can find caches in the smaller glades sometimes too. Were we going to, if we were to buy things from you, it would probably be like just trading the incense straight out for whatever coats that buys us or something like that. Holding on to everything else because we need everything else. But just trying to keep the harpies level. We're going to get a bunch of porridge from one of these things, which is going to help everybody else through the storm. We're going to be able to make boots. So yeah, I think that probably makes sense. Let's just go ahead and go... It's like half of the coats. But that should be plenty to get us through a storm. Once again, leave these alone until... And then I really want to pull more people to finish the caches, but I guess we have to wait until this is done. We get 5 extra bodies on that, and Yeah. So then the other thing we need to do is we need to break into another glade and find the fourth cache. We only have to crack them open. We don't have to actually bring the stuff inside. So one thing I'm definitely thinking is that although this is positioned very well, and I think we want to like put down a warehouse here to just sort of like help with all the goods from everywhere. Although this is well positioned, it's actually a lot of trees to get into it. Even the shortest possible route is a lot of trees. Right, because we're looking at cutting through all of that stuff. So the question is, do I think they'll do that fast enough for me to find out whether there's a cache in there or not? And the answer is, honestly, I do not know. Honestly, I don't feel like I have a good sense. What's the next storm? Double length. Oh, geez. Okay. Oh, yeah, we're low on food because of this effect, and it's going to remain low on food. This is the highest priority in the entire... Oh, right, I brought everybody off of everything. Well, hold on a second. We're not actually doing stuff with that right now. And I'm going to cut you as well. Please get this built. What? Oh, geez, I'm not even paying attention here. What is going on with the harpies? Why are they mad? All right, fucking wear the coats. Fine. All right. I'm gonna bounce these two off of this job. I mean, they're angry because they're hungry, right? Get you two to work there. Okay, this is almost clear. We can probably bounce a worker off of here as well. Honestly, also probably here. And then we're gonna do a little resolve dance until they start getting their coats on. Oh, all of a sudden, everybody's shit went. Oh, the thing finished, right? Okay. So I do want this stuff to get run back, but somebody else should do it. Because I want you guys opening caches. Now, see, this is a little tricky because obviously we don't want to put the porridge in the supply until after this is cleared. It is a little bit of a shame that this does not produce food itself. But I'm gonna hit the buttons here, and then we have two people who are not assigned to anything. We need, unfortunately... Well, we're running this stuff back. With the packs of building materials, we'll resolve the housing problems. Okay. One thing is good enough. So we have 4 minutes and 44 seconds to break this open. It has a shit ton of oil in it and stuff. That's cool. Okay. And doing this will also finish the first seal, obviously, which is worth something. Okay, so then we do have to worry about the threat here that is presented by this fuming machinery. When it initially blows up, it's going to destroy Nothing of value. But the second explosion will be pretty real. So, if we fix it, it will create 10 clearance water per minute. I don't particularly value that. If we tear it down, which we absolutely can do, we'll just get stuff that we like. That seems like an obvious winner, but, you know, one problem at a time. And you guys are back on mining this set of overlarge trees. Are these all overgrounds? Yeah. Okay. Just keep working on those. Blight rot cysts are appearing. How's this going? Oh, they're working. I'm a little scared, in case you were wondering. a little tiny bit scared. Also, we should be running this stuff. So, first things first, let's run as much of that as we can. Right, we're not desperate for reeds right now. I don't think we have some fabric. No, I think we're good on that. And then that leaves me only 4 packs. Let's wait until we have something that's like pretty good to put that on. And we're getting a bunch more packs as we're doing other stuff around here. I might put a third body on that task because it's getting I'm getting a little nervous. Minute 49 on that. We'll have some people free in just a minute here. I'm a little nervous. I'm feeling a little scared. Like we're definitely balanced on an edge. Timed order is ready. Fantastic. Really hoping for... Oh man, treatment religion. That's such a good one. I was gonna say, really hoping for a service building, and I hardly think we could have asked for a better one than that. Now we just gotta survive to use it. We also hit Heart of the Forest, like I said, so let's go ahead and cash that in. Alright, so this is going to be a little tricky because we don't have any reputation points from events because of the way we did those caches, and that's usually how we, double up on that stuff. Standing level 3 with 3 different settlements is possible, but it's obviously a lot. So I don't know. That's looking pretty scary. Honestly, that's looking pretty scary. Okay, everybody's using their everything. I do think friendly relations is going to end up being good. Again, it's like we're really close. We just need to survive to let some stuff for some chickens to come home to roost, basically. If I can move you... I don't know, it doesn't even really matter where, because you're almost done with your job. I need to make sure that I can put the T-Doctor down. The T-Doctor might need this space, so I might have to wait until this node is cleared to lay down the footprint. Yeah. I mean, that works. And the road just runs right alongside it. That leaves room for more housing and stuff. Actually, yeah, I'm actually good with that. Because remember, the moment we get this built, it's immediately +2 resolve from the spirit altar, which is why I'm putting the footprint down now at all. Alright, try to get as much stuff run back as possible. So we're gonna do a firekeeper swap here. I need somebody generating water because I'm about to use all of the water here. Upgrade. Okay, at the start of each drizzle season. There we go. So we got 3 people living in there. That deals with all of the frogs. Which means we should have... Oh, I'm 1 harpy over my harpy housing, which is why we have an extra fox who is not housed. Problem. No actual problem. That's a real bummer. Okay. We might have to use our beacon tower this time, but that's why we built it. We also definitely need to get some people in here cobbling. Okay, we have enough. We can probably get you on cobbling. It would have been nicer to get it burning earlier, but you know, we're doing 100 things at once here. Okay, you guys are running back the fabric that's necessary for the thing. That's fantastic. So we are going to... Wait. There we go. There's the real numbers. I was like, hold on, those are too positive. They can't be right. Okay, you can get replaced with a frog for the moment. You can get replaced with a fox. And you can go to work making boots. Okay. This is not a big deal, right? The first time this fires, it's not a big deal. Okay, I gotta remain calm. So I do think we're in a hurry on that finishing. We're not in such a hurry on the rewards from this. So I think what I'm gonna do is let this run out. Okay, and then we're gonna swap these 2 off of that and onto this. And I think I'm going to do the teardown with fabric because we're delivering a really large amount of fabric right now. Okay, and this can be... We should have somebody run stuff back. Do I need people building things right now? I do need at least 1 builder up. Okay, so let's ring the bell. Low result villagers leave slower. I still have 2 people actually fighting fires, and we have enough purging fire to burn all the cysts. So I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think we're cool there. So the only thing I'm actually worried about then is how miserable people are. So I am gonna play the Miracle of Peace here. Sorry, I'm just trying to close this notification actually. Okay. Sorry, I know I'm like jumping around a lot and stuff, but I think it's necessary. Come on. I pressed the button early enough. That's annoying. Alright, we have a lot of leather sitting around. We have a fair amount of incense. I think I'm comfortable with this. Yeah. We don't have a use for this stuff just yet, and that's 20 amber. Trying to get ourselves some levels here. Okay, they're running the water out there. They'll get it done. It'll get done. And this is gonna need to get some people on it soon. Are we really not done running the? Okay, we're about to be done running those. So we put one person on that and still have people running stuff to building sites. The corruption bloom eradication is taking way longer than I thought it would, but they're getting it. Okay, and all of a sudden we're gold. Okay, small foragers camp has run out of stuff to do. Let's actually just delete it. Put one extra pair of hands on this so that this will be free faster. Oh, you know what? We probably banked... yeah, we banked all the fabric over here. Can y'all maybe speed that fabric up? So we're no longer going to get this done before the first explosion, but it's just... Yeah, it should be fine. It's not a big deal. It might destroy the clearance water geyser, but that's the least valuable kind of geyser. Oh, right. Also, I have woodcutters just like burning wood charges for no reason here, because they don't produce wood during the season. Which I could have used to help pull stuff back earlier. Okay, so we should probably start building packs of provisions again. Should have somebody on that, because we're going to start going through the we're going to start going through our packs really quickly. Yeah, sure. That seems fine. All right, we have plenty of food. We're looking good on food. Nobody's starving anymore now that the thing is finished. We're going to have our tea doctor built actually really soon. And pretty much live thereafter. And once we get that done, we can finish our hearth quite quickly. And then it's just a matter of figuring out this shit. Probably don't need too much on hand, and honestly, we can probably even cut this down to one person now that we've got... Well, you know what? Let's let them do what they're doing. Okay, fishing hut's idle, but we can start working these other ponds up here. Don't put that there. What am I doing? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So what else do we desperately need to be doing? We need to be getting our actual... Yeah, we need to be getting our food needs fooded. So this should be a thing we can handle. We grabbed a bunch of... Yes, we did. Grabbed a bunch of this stuff from one of those buildings. Can I move this out to here? Keep it within... Yeah. This will give me a little bit more room to make fox domiciles. That's enough space, isn't it? Yes, just barely. Okay, and then I need to tuck one more in. This is messy as hell, but we're gonna... Remember, we're planning to remove the shelters. that's not happening. 2 level 2 geyser pumps and some basic materials can probably occur. Okay, so sadly they don't run inside it. So when it goes off, it is going to kill them, right? So I should probably just run them away from it now instead, actually. Yeah, because there's not really a good way to fix that. We're going to need... Let's see, we're on an odd number of harpies. I think I'm just going to take this one. And build one more fox building somewhere. I actually need to spend some time cutting away trees around the hearth. Like when we resume wood cutting, let's start with this stuff. So yeah, let me cancel this. Come back. We'll just have to get it afterward. But overall, I'm pretty happy about that. Like, I'm pretty happy about the fact that we have the situation well in hand. It really does suck that we didn't get the large gathering nodes up here. We should probably start some of these other farms. Actually, looking at the situation now. I don't think it really matters how we lay this down. Okay. And just put a couple people to work. That initial explosion shouldn't bother a farm that's over here. I wouldn't think. Okay. Alright, Vitality's a great effect. Like, we're in such good shape here, I think. So let's make sure that we put 3 people back on this job, and I actually think it's going to be 3 foxes for the moment. Do that with those. Okay. We got a lot of stuff going here. Like I say, we're going to need to build another fox house, which we can actually put up already. Alright, that'll get us a little bit more food income. I think I'm going to need to cut away some of the trees over here. I think I didn't leave myself room to actually build the plantation without... Well, we can get away with removing the road, it looks like. Yeah, that's a little not ideal, but whatever, it's fine. This turn, so at least you can kind of get to the fields. Okay. I'm never quite sure, like, where is it more important to put the access thing, right? They come from the fields to store the building in the farm, so we probably do a slightly better job this way. Oh, this has just run out of clay access. That's interesting. Okay. And before I forget building materials, we're going to go upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Okay. Now we're pulling in 6 building materials at the beginning of each season. We can build more if we want elsewhere. This doesn't need to be this high anymore. In fact, it's probably not a 2-person job anymore. But yeah, now we're pulling in 6 building material packs each season, so it's pretty easy to fulfill these things or just keep rolling them. That's getting us a lot of extra resolve. We should be in a really good place resolve-wise for pushing a couple of reputation points. It's hard for me to imagine it's going to be 6. So I think this is still going to be tricky, and honestly, like, there is some chance we are going to resolve it via Golden Blood. Hostility is reduced by 10 points every time you use 10 units of water in rain engines. Or global resolve is increased by 5, but the chance of villagers consuming more food is increased by a lot. I think we're going to be okay on food, though. Honestly. We have the farms. We don't actually have good generation necessarily. Not ideal generation, certainly, for our porridge. Paste should be kind of... I need to actually build the paste building. Ah, there's so much to do. I think I'm going to take generous rations, because 5 points of global resolve will help a lot with there being any chance at all of us hitting where we need to hit. We'll see if I have just doomed myself. And then I think this is where I'm going to call it. I kind of want to get this... Let's run it until this runs out, and then we'll get people in there started, and then that'll be where we actually end it. So what else do I need to be doing right now? I need to be looking at this offer. 3 incense for every 10 roots produced is certainly not necessary. I don't think any of this stuff is like really all that valuable. Raw food components probably are. Yeah, like we'll use the grain to make a bunch of porridge, and that's valuable. I probably don't want to just throw all my amber at you, because I do want to be able to reroll blueprints looking for more service buildings. / upgraded, more service buildings and or upgraded gathering buildings. So I probably don't need to hold on to all of the amber, but I should do this like half amber and half something else. Half sea marrow. Sea marrow takes a long time to burn. Yeah, it'll take us a while to get through our supply. Okay, so that'll be plenty of porridge. Keep people running, and then I did actually want to get a tea house up, because we do need to make tea. What does the recipe for tea call for again? Containers, which we have an option for. We have water, and we just need... there's kind of a variety of things. Oh, we also need to actually assign 3 people to work in the tea house. And that should be running for sure, because we're gonna do well on vitality. So I mean, already I'm starting to feel the number of people that we have again. Just like, gosh, I need additional boots on the ground here. It's nice to see all those blue bars, though. Yeah, and unfortunately, there's not actually anything we can do about that. And we are going to need a tea house. I don't really have an option on this. I do have to build a tea house. Seems like an okay place for it. And then food production, the cannery. It's also a thing that we are going to need. And I think where's the edge of... Okay, I don't want to black that out. That is room enough for a house. So the cannery can go more over here then. Yeah, this is fine. Just like on the block with the other warehouse. Let's get the foxes assigned to this. That's all set. We have a trade route slot open. So what is the most lucrative trade? Oh, this is a killer right here. Look at this. Hell yeah. Okay, we're gonna be getting our trade levels up. We're not gonna be in any trouble on that, I think. Okay, we've unveiled a bunch of geysers breaking through stuff, but not a single stormwater geyser. So when we go to do aid for the Frog Clan, we're gonna have to build a catcher. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. This is going well, and we have a plan for what we're going to do with that later. Should be the case that we don't need the shelters anymore. This isn't up, but it will be. So I'm going to go ahead and actually knock these out. Again, trying to do things that I'm afraid I will forget to do. And we can collapse our housing concerns a little bit over here. Into this weird little courtyard where we can put some of the stuff that we need for this. For example, the town board. And also lanterns so that you can read the town board. And then also we need one more point of blue somewhere. Town needs an anvil. Every town needs an anvil. This is obviously true. This anvil sits at the end of this little disused lane. We also have just like a little courtyard space here. That should probably get beautified. Drop a park in there. And we'll store some rain punk energy right along the road here. Okay, I believe that is enough things to push us over on that. So that stuff's all committed. We had this done. When this blows up again, yeah, it'll start like being a problem. Or at least it would be if we weren't already committed to fixing it. We have 1 million buildings under construction, but you know, we're doing what we can. Trying to keep people shod in boots and keep their needs met and everything. This is already at 60. Vitality is going to be so good for us. Okay, yeah. We're back, friends. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we are desperately and eagerly pursuing that seal. And I have hope. I think this is doable. Fingers crossed, not making a huge fool of myself on the first episode back. So come back for that, and we'll see you then.